Hey guys, it's your boy Fiscon here, and we're going to be discussing potential fixes for the infinite loading screen bugs in Star Citizen 3.12.0 B patch. I want to preface this though by stating these will not work for all, but I have found it works for the majority. I hope these will help you, but it is extremely discouraging when you make a video to help and you get 73 dislikes because it didn't help someone. Hell, even the comments on that video were harsh. Anyways, with that aside, let's go ahead and get into round 2. To start off, I'm going to list all the methods that I'm aware of, and then the methods that seem far-fetched but users have reported it as fixing their game. As the game updates, these methods may change, stop working entirely, or actually work better. I can't read into the future, but you can read the comments, so look for additional information in the future. The issue we are discussing today actually has a long history and has appeared in the game as early as 3.8. Alright, jumping right into it, you should restart in between these attempts, but you can try without doing so. Just don't come at me all hot and heavy if it doesn't work, alright? Our first and simplest method resolved this issue for me, and it was switching regions. Our second option is slightly more complicated and isn't the same as what it used to be, and that is a bed logout in Arena Commander, which isn't really possible anymore, but more on that later. Moving on, a lot of users have mentioned reducing your graphics quality to medium or low and then connecting to the best server region. Multiple reproductions have mentioned it working for them, and multiple have mentioned it not. If you're already on medium, drop to low. The old tried and true gender change method. Quite simple, swap genders and attempt to log in as normal. Some users have suggested logging into your hangar and then either spawning their ship and then logging into the PU, or just logging out of the hangar and into the PU. I haven't seen great success, but everyone is different. The next method is to delete your user folder. I wasn't actually expecting this to help, but if the issue council speaks it, something must be working. Also, you can just change your user folder's name to something else, and if it doesn't work, you can change it back. We won't go over this one in detail as I've already made a video on how to do this. Lastly is a character reset. Multiple people have reported it working, and I assume it has something to do with resetting your spawn point. We also won't go over this as I've done an in-depth video on this as well. Alright then, let's get into the random suggestions. Multiple computer restarts was one. I'm not sure if this actually had any real effect, but at least one restart sounds like a reasonable solution. Let me ask you, citizen, have you tried turning it off and on again? One fella had the issue with his cuddy and exchanged it on the pledge store and then bought a freelancer. I presume this worked because it errored his bed as no longer existing, but I'll never know. Talk about dedication though. I forgot this one, but if you're borderless full screen, it is mentioned to try and go into full screen as well as vice versa, although not very many people mention this. I only saw 1 or 2. Alright, we aren't going to do a tutorial on all of them. I will cover the region switch for those who may not know how, the bed logout because it isn't the same as it used to be, and the gender change. I won't cover the user delete and character reset with a video tutorial because I've already made videos for both. I won't cover the rest, but I will put a list of everything in the pinned comment below, so check it out and cross them off one by one until you get one that works for you. Alright, the first one we're going to cover is the region switch. This is super simple. Click Persistent Universe and then swap your server location from best to any of the options that aren't your usual region. I live in the US, so I swap to the EU. If this doesn't work right away, try swapping to another. And if it doesn't work then move on to the next in the list. I'll be speeding up the loading footage for the ones that did resolve the issue. Alright, next up is the Arena Commander one. Now this one is interesting. It is the tried and true method, but the core reason it worked is kind of broken. Essentially, how this is meant to go is you will first go to Arena Commander, choose Free Fly, pick a ship with a bed log in that ship, and then head to the verse. That would be the end of it. In the video, I rented a freelancer because it was the most commonly used ship for this fix in 3.8, as CIG gave them out temporarily for this exact issue. Unfortunately though, the bed logout is no longer available. I thought perhaps it is because I rented it, so I tried with another ship I pledged for, and that did not have the option either. In fact, I tried every bed in that ship. Regardless, it isn't a waste of time because instead of bed logging, you should just lay in the bed, hit escape, return to menu. And this has worked for several people, but again, not all people. Unfortunately though, as you can see, I spent the entire time trying to load in and then I just cut the footage because it eventually just kicked me to the main menu, as this one did not work for me either. Alright, the final one we're going to cover in video is the gender change video. This one also isn't too difficult and you can see the method in action on screen now. And that is everything I have, guys. Go ahead and check the comments down below, and then please remember these might not help you, but if you feel I deserved it because you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.